very moment, collective. You are right on time whenever you're watching this. This reading is timeless. Tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, the universe. Please show us what you have for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Oh my, and let's get into this message today. So I definitely see someone backpedaling for sure. Backpedaling and seeing you as a safe space, finally prioritizing you and accepting you as you are. We have true acceptance and sweet home. So someone is seeing you as home, sweet home. Someone is seeing you as a safety net, a protection. Someone who is empathetic towards them. Now, something that I was getting in the pre-pull is that this person may be completely misreading you, and I'm actually seeing that here in the tarot cards that has just come out. We have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. So it's kind of reminding me of that saying of rejection is just spirit's protection. It's giving me that vibe a little bit. So with this true acceptance card in the pre-pull, I was immediately kind of feeling like someone felt like you were a safe space to them. I saw this as someone accepting their feelings for you, but also feeling like you accept them for who they are. And though that may be true for some of you, I'm now getting a message now that the tarot has come out that there was something else that happened here. I'm tapping into someone who let this person down gently and rejected them by making it seem like they were in agreement with them. And I used to think about this all the time, actually. A lot of people do, where it's like, if I was like, say, in a tricky situation and I was like abducted, what would I do? And you'll hear a lot of people say like, oh, I would just try to make friends with my captor. It's giving that vibe where it's like you pretend to be nice or accept who someone is or their crappy attitude or behavior, just to get out of that situation safely. Ace of Wands reverse, I'm not seeing that you had any actual affinity for some of you towards this person. And with the Knight of Cups reverse, however you played it was actually to turn this person down gently and to get out of the situation safely. For some of you, this is something you have to continuously do. Coax this person. Say this is like, a really tricky situation. Say this is like a manager that has some sort of leverage over you. If they get a bad attitude towards you, that can affect your hours, how many hours you work. And that, of course, will affect your bottom line. Whether or not you're able to pay for your bills or provide for yourself and your family. This could be a really tricky situation where it's like you have to consistently pretend that you are accepting of this person or a safe space for this person or understanding, literally just to get out of the situation unscathed. This person is taking that as 100% real though. This person feels like, oh my God, collective accepts me. They know they have a bad attitude. They know that don't nobody want to be with them. They know that, they experience this pushback when they try to date, best believe. A lot of people are aware of themselves, but so compulsive they can't control it. It's rare that people like genuinely don't notice the nuance of how people slightly look at them like they're annoyed or dodgy-eyed. It's rare that people literally cannot tell if they're being or doing too much or offending people. But I feel like this person has some way somehow believed the lie, and now they're very much so feeling like you're a safe space. Now, another way I was getting this was in a third party energy, where this person had chose up before you, and now they're trying to offer and engage in something more serious with you. In fact, we have turned on and taking you seriously. We also have the caught up card. This is where I was getting that third party energy. You may have met this person in some sort of flirty physical way. You could have met them on a dating app. And of course, people don't really wear their hearts on their sleeves, or they're not honest about what they have going on, in the background on the apps. So you could have ended up in a situation where you actually physically engaged with this person before knowing that, oh, they're actually caught up in another situation. They have someone else that they're dealing with. Now, for some of you, it's just a situation where you were attracted to this person, turned on by this person, and they were also turned on by you. This could be something that started off as just purely physical attraction and then elevated into something more. I do see this person trying to take you seriously moving forward, but at the end of the day, they're caught up. They have something going on in the background or a previous commitment to someone else that has to be cleared. You know what I mean? And that's on their end. There's nothing you can really do about that. But weirdly, I almost see this person trying to triangulate you against that person and see them as the bad guy and kind of fight their problems for you. The first way I got this energy before I even turned on the camera, just looking at the cards, I was like, this looks like a third party situation where someone is almost trying to either convince you to take them out of the situation or pit you against like maybe some karmic that they're dealing with or that they're in a relationship with, or they have some sort of obligation to. Say they live with this person, or say they have a child with this person, like a very real connection that does tie them together. So if they still have like a lease going on and they got to continue to live with that person for another 6 months, whatever the situation is, maybe there is something that does actually kind of tie this person to the other person, even if they don't want to be with them currently. But I was picking up on that kind of being the energy first. So yeah, those are the two ways I'm seeing this manifest. Let's go through the cards. True acceptance. It says finding strength and unique views and growing together. Rare, enhancing, and thriving. So maybe that's what it was. It could have been that small little thing you said, that one conversation. The thing is, it's not about what's said, it's the feeling that it gives you. You could say one sentence that totally transforms someone's life. I can think about it off the top of my head where someone has said one thing to me that impacted me so deeply, good and bad, where I hung on to certain beliefs and things that I really believed about myself because someone else said it, but it influenced me for years in a negative way. And I've also experienced it in positive ways where someone has reframed something that has literally set me free from old karmic situations I didn't want to be a part of. So it's not what's said. It could have been the smallest bit of acceptance, because the card talks about, like, it says finding strength in your unique views. You could have supported something that this person often says that nobody else supports. You know, this person could desire a certain lifestyle or have a certain belief that many people don't agree with. But just the fact that you supported them, understood what they said, gave them a bit of empathy, or just even play devil's advocate a little bit, like, oh, you know what? I could see how that could be true, even if it's like something kind of out of pocket that they were trying to pull. Just that small bit of acceptance deeply impacted this person and now has them darn near obsessed with collective. We have sweet home. It says making a good home or life, settling down together, marriage, and lasting love. So not gonna lie, this person is zeroed in on you, collective. We got tenderness and ephemeral. Yeah, and that's just exactly what I was feeling before, where it's like the smallest bit of tenderness you've showed this person has made them fall in love with you. And you know what? Now that I think about it, there's a card in this deck that says falling in love, and it halfway came out when I was shuffling, but I like my cards to fall all the way on the table so that I know it's, you know, collective's message, and it didn't come all the way out. So I'm like, all right, I'll tuck it back into the deck. If I shuffle and it comes out again later, then I know it's your card. But I just now remembered that card was trying to jump out. So tenderness, it says having a gentle spirit and being able to care deeply, real deal and good match. Something that I'm also seeing is that you may be a true feminine energy. I just saw 909. A lot of people are attracted to that feminine energy because it's easier to control, though. And a lot of people will be attracted to that without being the opposite polarity, without being a true masculine energy. They could also be in their feminine energy, expecting to be chased, wanting to be taken care of, wanting the other partner to do the bulk of the work or to, you know, initiate things. Yet they're attracted to you because of your true femininity. And oddly, you know, it's like they want to be that. They want to be, or maybe they want the benefits of being that. They want to be taken care of. They want to be loved. They want to be chased themselves. So it's almost like they have a weird admiration for you. My goodness, there's so many layers. I feel like this reading is about like deeper concepts, but playing out in a surface level kind of way. We got ephemeral. It says having a brief affair or rocky relationship, short term and having fun. So that's kind of what it felt. That's what I was getting, more of an ephemeral connection with the turned on card that came out before. It was looking like this person with the caught up card was more caught off guard by the fact that they want to take you seriously and by the fact that you're like a true feminine energy, someone who's understanding of them, someone who they even admire or want to be like or kind of want to be, not in a way where it's like, I want to be you, but in a way where it's like, I want the benefits that you get. Seeing people chase you, seeing people love you, seeing people come towards you, I want that. So they're kind of clinging to you. I don't like it. It's giving destiny swap. We have the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Strength card. So Two of Swords, very much so, you know, she's got the cards in front of her eyes. I feel like you ignore certain things from this person, maybe certain advances. Maybe you play like you're aloof and you can't really pick up that this person is trying to pursue you, again, for your own protection, for your own benefit, pretending to agree with this person so you can keep those hours coming in, at least until you can find another job, another assignment. We have the Strength card and the Three of Swords. So as time goes on, I actually see you getting closer to something that is worthwhile. But for those of you who are open to this connection, though, I will say this connection is strengthening. I mean, I could see for every party, this person is falling more and more in love with you and more attaching to you. So if you are kind of like, okay, yes, they have problems, we all do, but I can work through them, then listen, it's going in your favor, you know? But we do have the Tower here. So not going to lie, I feel like that tower is going to fall. Whether it's a third party that they're attached to and they're trying to get you to some way, somehow end that relationship for them, it's just, it's annoying. It's like, bro, you need to do your part. Like, stop trying to triangulate people and make, you know, collective fight your battles for you. Break up with that person if that's what you want to do. Handle that. That's going to be coming to a head. This person could even get exposed for talking to you. So if you did have a physical relationship with this person and there's a third party, do not be surprised if that third party ends up hitting you up, coming to you as a woman, you know, as they like to say, or sliding in your DMs with, the hard truth, like, yeah, we're in a relationship, this is how long, we got kids, or whatever their situation is, we live together, they told me that they loved me last night. You know, I feel like they also do that. They lie to protect themselves as well. So they may be telling that other party, I'm all in, just so they don't get abandoned by them. But low key in the background, making plans to abandon them themselves. Just absolutely fugazi behavior. Regardless, I do see the Tower coming down. So I do see that this caught up card is likely talking about them being exposed, and the Tower card, for those of you who work with the situation and you're in a position of, or rather this person is in a position of control over you, I feel like this Tower some way, somehow is going to benefit you. This could be this person getting exposed for something totally different, but so say they end up getting fired or phased out of the company. I feel like Spirit's going to come through and help you. But for some of you, it's going to get a bit messier before it gets better. And this Tower card could be talking about you some way, somehow ended up in some drama. We got Supreme Magnetism, butting heads, and lost in the sauce. With Supreme Magnetism, that's something that we constantly ignore with manifestation. When you manifest, you're making yourself a magnet for a specific thing, but a magnet nonetheless. So make sure you're keeping up with your cleansing work. Anytime you do any attraction, do protection at the same time, so that you're blocking the things that you don't want, but you're still making yourself a magnet for the things that you do want. So you can go ahead and do that now. A little protection ritual. And then also call towards you exactly what you're looking for. With this Supreme Magnetism, that does make you a lot more likely to manifest it, and quicker at that. I got custom spell work on my Etsy shop. I can do it for you as well. And you can also choose 3 different intentions with my spell work. So you can do something for calling in what you want, protection, and then whatever else you think is good. Like, so maybe blocking this person from, you know, blocking any a banishment or whatever. But if you're witchy, get into it. This is a good time to manifest, but make sure you don't, sleep on that protection work. So we got butting heads and lost in the sauce. I don't know what it is with this person. Like, it's like they have a love-hate relationship with you. On one end, you're butting heads, and it's almost like you're in a weird competition with this person. I was getting a little bit of jealousy energy. But on the other end, I feel like, with lost in the sauce, I feel like this person just isn't managing their emotions very well. I feel like they're in a heightened state. They're uncomfortable. They feel this attraction, but they also feel this nervousness or scaredness, this vulnerability. They're not used to that. They're attaching to you because of the illusion that you put up, that you accepted them, or that maybe you did, like maybe it was genuine. It wasn't even to protect yourself, but you could see the other side of what they were talking about. So you said that. But this person is hanging on to that. I don't feel like they're like a good person, and no one's 100% good or bad, but just with them trying to get you to solve their problems for you, end a relationship, triangulating you against someone else to make them the bad guy and make you guys fight so ultimately they can get out of that relationship. And even the fact that they may be whispering sweet nothings into whoever they are currently dealing with, to keep them attached to them while they're making plans to, separate. It's not giving. It's just not giving. So I feel like, this is something where you need to whip this person into shape and have a serious conversation about what we are going to do, what we're not going to do, or it's better to disengage, especially when you see that tower moment. Okay, tower has hands. The tower has hands, and when it comes to collect, anybody in the vicinity can get it. So it's better to, keep that distance so that you're not getting dragged by the universe just because you're near them. When karma comes to collect, this is their problem. They should deal with it with that tower. We got settling differences and intentions revealed here. So I do see that this person is likely going to be giving you a confession. With the settling differences card, there might even be a opportunity for some get back if this person has hurt you in some way. You already know what I think. I wouldn't take advantage of that, only because this person seems a bit, I don't want to say dangerous, but yeah, it's kind of giving that. It's giving that. It's giving that this person can't control when they get upset and they have a lack of self-awareness. That combination is not good. But I do like that there will be a cards on the table moment. And honestly, I would recommend handling it the way that you have been at this point. Pretending that you're open, but, making an excuse and evading that bottom line, telling them, listen, I'm in school right now. I can't date for 6 months. I seriously cannot, just lie, literally, which I know is not good. But when it comes to self-preservation, one thing about me, I'm lying. I'm not dying. So it is what it is. We got the bluebird spirit. Bluebirds can be communicating to you at this time. You could be seeing a bluebird on your walk, or yeah, spirit is showing me like birds perched up on a branch outside of someone's window. So that's a very specific message for someone. I'm seeing that too. We have the bluebird with good news. It says, let this message give you hope and inspire you to keep going and to lend your support to others. So spirit is saying there's some good news, some good luck coming in. And the tortoise spirit with determination, it says, take things slow and steady. Persevere to achieve your goals and reap rewards. Yeah, one step at a time, slow but steady wins the race. I see things working out in your favor. I see that tower moment oddly being a support and something that's helping you. So lean into that. Continue to do what you need to say and do to stay safe. That's always going to be my number one priority as a Cancer. We got the hard shell. We protect ourselves. We stay home. We might miss out on some of the fun, but we ain't going to be caught up in the foolishness. I'll tell you that. So that's always going to be my advice, self-preservation. But that's what I got for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for us today. I'll talk to you soon.